Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to North Sea England. Today we're down at the River Deben. Effectively the plan is I'm going to have a little kind of forage around, see if I can find any clams and cockles, and in the meantime I'm going to see if I can find some muddies and just chuck one out. Years ago apparently there used to be lots of flounder and stuff in this river that you would catch at this time of year. The bass will generally move to deeper water, but apparently the increase in bass population, meaning the bass obviously being very predatory, have eaten lots of the little flounders before they get a chance to reproduce, and also apparently the trawler boys used to come up and down the Deben and the Orwell and collecting the flounders to use as sell as pot bait. So the flounder population has massively decreased. However, you do still get the odd one. The chances of catching are quite low, so the majority of the thing is going to be more of a foraging video, but while I'm here, why not? You can see we're just underneath the water here. You've got a lovely lugworm cast, so I'm going to try giving it a dig, see if I can't find it. And the result, one small lugworm. To be fair, probably a perfect flounder size bait. Because the muddy beds are usually further out that way. Because it's quite a small tide, I think what I might do is, the lugworm are usually much closer to the shore, just up this way. So I might actually just go and have a look and see if I can find just a few lug to try and get the bait out. The clam beds are a bit further out as well, so I reckon I might just have to stick to looking around in these shallow, lovely, they're quite clear for the Deben at the moment. So I'll just walk around looking for the oysters in the shallows, find a few lugworm and chuck that out on the hope for flounder. Hee, there's a nice one. Yeah, so there we go. Got a few. Right, well that was horrible to walk in. I mean, the mud here is just not really nice, but there's some, surprisingly, there's absolutely hundreds of lovely casts, and I've got some, I think I only dug about 6 or so, but there's some really nice looking lugworm there, so I thought it would be a bit wasted. Thanks.
Rusty fairground rides and two-penny arcades. The sun bears down on a freckled skin. This summer's never ending. You found my heart.
I don't know if you can see, it's just beneath the water. Just as I was coming out to get the bait, you can just see underneath.
The moonlight shimmers off golden highlights.
On its side like that. And just stood near it, it kind of snapped up and fell on its side. So I'm guessing we haven't kissed it. Perfect. It was a clearly filter feeding. It was set in the water just like this, and it was slightly open there. And as I stood near it, I just saw something just go snap, and as it snapped, it just fell over onto the side like that. Good sign that it's nice and healthy and alive. So yeah, I like that one to the bottom. It's once again about the perfect size. I find some of the bigger ones, not only will they be good for breeding stock, but they aren't quite as tasty here. So about that size, I always find absolutely perfect.
We'll kiss until our lips go numb. I feel your heat inside my veins as the band begin to fade. Sleepy eyes steal me away to the whitewashed walls of number 17 Sun Lane. Sharing songs on YouTube 3 a.m. You like Tom Waits and I like Billie Holiday. Your grace and beauty fill my skies. I see my children in your eyes. You found my heart.
Lovely perfect size oyster. I'll definitely have that. I'll go chuck that back before I get some more bait. Alright guys, I haven't really been paying attention to the rod tip. I'm not expecting to catch anyway. Because it's quite a small tide, as I said, I managed to get my 4 oysters, so, but I can't really get out to the clam beds, so I might just have to stick with the oysters I've got, but I've got 4 nice looking oysters. I'm gonna check the line, but I've just been distracted by that beautiful flock of deer. Don't know if you can see them behind me, or on the camera quality on the iPhone, it's probably not going to pick it up very well. But yeah, I put the drone over the top and they are stunning. But yeah. Quickly have a little reel in, see this. Anything there? I don't think there will be, but if not, I've just got a small bit of lugworm, so I'll just chuck it on and cast it back out just on the off. Oh, bite, big bite. I've just had a proper bite. Go again, please take it. I now film with it in the background, but that was a proper whack. Well, at least there are fish here. Interesting to know though. Ooh. Right, because I just had that big bite but didn't manage to get, what I've done is I've run down and I've quickly found some more lugworm, but it's got a smaller lugworm. Because that was a huge bite, but it was just had really big worms on, and
that sounds hot.
I don't think it took, so I've got smaller baits and just put them more kind of refined around the smaller hook, because that had to be a decent sized flounder, I'm guessing, is what just bit that. Nothing there. And there we go. See what I mean? You have the kind of pool of water there, and you've got this lovely little common shore crab. When I've been catching some of the bass in the summer, their stomachs have been absolutely filled with lots of these little guys. I think there was 27 in the stomach and 3 that hadn't even made it down to the stomach. Yeah, anyway, there's one there. There's 2 even smaller ones just here. Don't know if you can see them because they've instantly just gone into a kind of tried to look like a rock mode. Put them back. Let's hide them back. Yeah, same again. See there's a little thing under. There's loads of these little tiny crabs. Oh, he just pinched me. Feisty for a little one. Quite careful not to crush him when you put the rock back. Quite interesting, all these casts, look. That's what's creating the cast, it's little muddies. And you can see literally that kind of little tunnels that they're building, the little roots that they're building. Look, there's another maddie actually in there. Yeah, there you go. Fascinating, it almost looks like a kind of like ant mound in the fact that in terms of the tunnels they build under, you can see how creative. Small cousin of the king ragworm, which is quite frequently sold in tackle shops as bait. Got plenty of lug and muddies. Okay, I'm not quite sure what this old creature is. Okay, I'm not quite sure what this old creature is. Shrimp-like crustacean thing. One of those. Right, well I think I've had a good bit of fun so far. Obviously found some crabs, some of these little kind of crustacean-y kind of little sandhoppers or some kind of shrimp, I'm not quite sure what they were. Obviously found crabs, obviously found lugworm, obviously found muddies. We've had a bite on the line, but I've also caught my oysters, so it's been a bit of fun exploring the sea life, and obviously saw that beautiful herd of deer. So what I reckon I'm going to do is I'm going to reel this in. I've got those last 3 lug that I've just dug, so yeah, when you're baiting up, you just want to feed the worm all the way through the hook and just pinch it so it goes over the eye of the hook like that, which will help keep it stayed on. And you just want to put it down so you have the hook point showing nice and clear like that. Your hook point's not showing, how you're supposed to catch. So yeah, there we go. Got my lovely oysters. Hopefully they should keep me. And I was like, I could go out and get more, but I think 4 should do me just fine, just for, because I'll be the only one eating them. So 4 oysters for a little kind of catch and cook. Tomorrow after I purge them should do well. I'll reel in and I'll head home shortly. I got what I came for. I was hoping for a few oysters or cockles or clams or whatever, but yeah, it's just quite a shallow tide. It didn't really go up far enough, so all I could realistically expect to get was some oysters to get. Actually no, there's 3 surprises. 3, there's a lot of lugworm here that I wasn't quite expecting. 2, there was that beautiful flock of deer just across the river that I was watching for quite some of the time when I was out foraging. And the 3rd obviously surprise was the bite I got on the rod. I've got no idea what did bite on the rod. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, I'm going to purge some of these oysters, and well, at least we've got a catch and cook for you.